see your friends 2 feet when you're with the Flintstones. Have a yabba dabba do time, a yabba do time. We'll have a gay old time. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so like I said.
Yeah.
Journey home. My wish is to spare you sorrow. You'll never be alone. You'll never be alone.
Alan,
Yep.
you like this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sure.
Is this Michael?
We'll continue. Ship will carry our gliding safe to shore. I think we're ready to go. Roger's cutting us down.
Yep, we're ready?
Yep, put the white one back.
Okay, we're going for a take.
Action. Cut.
Do we want someone
Closer.
like pressing on it or something? Or?
What if you do that
Can we just like fix it?
while he's shooting?
Anna texted my wife about some movie that her mom was trying to make, and that they were recasting because they lost their lead actor.
Again.
Yeah, again, I guess, 2 guys. I had never met Bonnie, and I knew her daughter only through my wife, and that's a long story. I can tell you about that all later. But I was a little skeptical, and I asked them to email me the script, and if I thought it was good or interesting, that I'd contact them for an audition. And to be honest, I went in thinking that I'd read probably about 10 pages. Yeah, I'm reading from something, because I can't remember all this. I went in thinking I'd read about 10 pages and pass up on it. But when my wife ended up leaving for work, I knew I'd have some time to look at the script, and when I finally found time to sit down and start reading it, honestly, I did not stop. I did not stop. I couldn't stop reading the script. As soon as I finished, I immediately texted my wife and told her that I teared up a few times and may have bawled my eyes out once, because I loved it. And I knew from the first 10 pages that I needed to be a part of this. The story, the character, the emotions, it all resonated with me so much that it was clear that I needed to audition. So I contacted Alan and had an audition set up the following Monday. I was given 1 scene to prepare, and I rehearsed it all week and even made my wife and dogs practice with me. I have videos on my phone. I'm sure I'll share them at one point. Monday came and I arrived early to the audition, sat in my car, and I closed my eyes and I prayed to my grandfather. And I asked him if he thought that I should do this. And clearly he said yes, because I'm doing it. So confident, I went in and I did my scene, and I even had a couple surprise scenes thrown at me as well, which I had no idea was going to happen. But I remember walking out and not knowing at all how I did, but that I just had a feeling of calmness and contentment, and I didn't look back, and subconsciously started to move forward, continuing on this journey that I was about to explore. That Tuesday morning, I received an email from Alan saying they loved my audition, but wanted me to come for a callback on Thursday. And that was down to me and 3 other actors. Who the fuck are these guys? So I'm thinking, what the hell? But not only was the pressure on because I had other competition, but I had 2 new scenes to prepare that he threw at me, and literally no time to prepare them because my entire work week was just filled. So I was nervous that I wasn't going to have enough preparation time. But regardless, I was at work that Tuesday night and I received an email about 11 p.m. and it was from Alan. And I remember because the subject line read,
You got the part.
You got the part. That's what the line read. And he mentioned that in that email that he showed my audition tape to Bonnie, and she said, why are we having callbacks? I want Nico to play Michael. Yay. Best words I've ever read. So, thank you to Bonnie. Sorry, really quick, I'll finish up. This is the only time I get to do this, so I'm going to take advantage of it. So from day one of filming, of starting this, I always thought, like, okay, how would Michael approach this? And I literally came into the table to read, and I remember I told my wife, she said, why do you have so many Rice Krispie treats? I'm like, I have to provide everyone with Rice Krispie treats, you'll learn about it later. So I brought a bunch of Rice Krispie treats, which you'll all come to learn why I brought them in anyways. But that was my icebreaker coming in. And then meeting Bonnie for the first time, I think that I gave her a big hug and thanked her for giving me the opportunity to tell this story. And we bonded like that. I mean, I could tell that we were pretty much the same person and was honored that she thought that I could tell her story on film as beautifully as it is written on page. She really helped me to get through some emotions, especially the stairwell scene. I mean, you know, we talked about my grandfather and how it's okay to continue with grief. And I asked her about the real Cooper. Michael Cooper is his name. And what he went through. And I wanted to make sure that I was doing this for him and his family. And even other patients and their families. So thank you for that, Bonnie. Because you really helped me out. Don't read this because this part's about you. My friendship with Rupinder, or as Tamir likes to say, Rupi. That's true. Rup and I were able to open up and confide in each other and establish a friendship literally just after meeting. Right? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure some of the wine and Jameson shots that we had helped. But I knew that I had a friend for life in Rup. I mean, literally my PIC. So, you're welcome. I'm not going to get too sentimental with that. Cooper, really quick, he's not here. I didn't want to see any photos of Cooper, I remember. Again, it's like the 3rd Cooper cast. I didn't want to meet him beforehand. I walked in one morning and saw his bald head and just gave him a big bear hug. And asked him if he's ready to be on this journey, and I think he replied something like, you bet I am, Dr. Dumb Shit. And I knew we had chemistry from there on out. Alan, I'm so proud and grateful to have had an opportunity to work together. Cool. That was great. I am a little scared. You've really familiarized yourself with the pages of the script so much that it helped me visually see the story and what the character should become. That helped me quite a bit. And you've also come into your own as the director. I mean, everything from your thumbnail sketches, the shot list, capturing behind the scene photos, sending me clips and dailies of what we shot, even though I was like, I don't want to watch it, but okay, I will. And then for letting us create the world's largest intro. Right, Raj? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Tamir, from week 1, this guy got into an accident in his back, and he was like the hunchback of Notre Dame. And I felt bad for him. It was kind of creepy. He was walking around, he couldn't turn his head. Thank you for your love of hummus, for hummus, for turning me all the diva comments you gave to me, getting punched in the nose by a 10-year-old girl. Sorry, you should have made her that balloon animal that she asked for. Jenya went from being a greenhorn on the clapboard to a seasoned pro. This guy had to step up. And I also think that Jenny had the biggest physical transformation because if you know him in the beginning, he went from a long-haired, hat-wearing stoner type like California dude to a clean-cut, spectacle-wearing college professor. Look at this guy. Ladies, and the man, professor. Hey, and Raju. This is it though, with all of you. I've shared so many special moments with each of you on and off camera. And here I thought that what I was doing would be something to teach other people, but I've learned so much more. And I know that in one way the story teaches us that humanity is not lost and that people are and will be there for those in need. But I want you all to know that you were there for me, and I hope that I can be there for you too someday. You know, it's tough, and we live in a tough and trying world. We know this, but we need to remind ourselves that a simple touch, a word, or a song, or even a movie is all that we need. So we've only completed a part of our journey together, and I cannot wait to continue this journey with others. So collectively, we are Resilient Hearts, guys. I love all of you.
You were part of a movie that had to do with cancer. Cancer is a diagnosis that takes people's lives every single day. And I know we had a lot of fun on set, but every action you did was for one of the most deepest, the second highest disease in the country. And you were part of it. You made a movie about people with cancer. And I joined this assignment because Bonnie said she wrote a script and she was convinced that the role of the social worker was me. And I just like haphazardly said, sure. I didn't know I was bloody committed for 3.5 months.
Rubbish.
Rubbish, right? I probably had a meltdown towards the end because I was like, oh my God, when is this gonna end? You know, but part of, you know, as
12 days, it was only just 12 days.
12 days, right, well, 11 days, right, okay.
Easy peasy.
But you know what, like, as I moved through this, I realized that my own story of survivorship became told, and I haven't been able to tell it. And I realized that this was an incredibly therapeutic process for me. Even though it was hard, and maybe that's part of why I had a meltdown, Bonnie, but I haven't got to tell my survivorship story, and I think this process and this journey was exactly what I needed. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really, really do. And I appreciate you recognize me for being part of this movie. And if there's anything I've learned about the movie industry, is that I appreciate every actor, every crew member, every makeup artist, every grip, every light dude, every whatever you want to call him. You know, like the work that you do to tell the story of things that are real and document them, and every part that you play is exceptional. And I'm really, really grateful to have the opportunity as like a layman to be part of such an amazing project. So thank you.